Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. First up, because we just gonna go on and get it out of the way, is Miss Beyonce. This is it. Life is But a Dream debuted on HBO last Saturday night, and I didn't happen to see it that night, but everybody was very kind enough on Sunday to forward the link to me so that I can watch it on YouTube. Did you guys watch it? Did you enjoy it? I know the Beyonce stans and the fans of Beyonce probably did enjoy it, and those of you who don't really care too much for Beyonce, first of all, I don't know why you was watching it, but if you were watching it, you probably felt like it was a self-serving kind of no information documentary, just something to make her look better. I will say, as a Beyonce fan, not a stan, could take it or leave it, I felt that it was a nice documentary. I did feel like it was a tad bit self-serving, and it wasn't anything that I didn't already know about her. I mean, yeah, it was cool to be able to delve a little bit further into her feelings and, just kind of, the biggest part of the whole show was when she showed her belly. That's all I wanted to see, and I was glad she did finally show herself. So I'm just going to hope that puts the rumors to rest, even though it was shadowed and everything. I know everybody's always going to find a reason to doubt it still, but I felt like that was her, and clearly that was a pregnant Beyonce when she showed herself at like 8 months or something like that. Other than that, I don't really think that I learned anything new about Beyonce. As a matter of fact, I only liked the parts when she was talking, the parts when we saw the, all the different concert and different things. That was all stuff that I actually fast forwarded through because I've seen all that. But other than that, yeah, it was just like, yeah, it was cool. For people who really, really love Beyonce, it was nice to look at her for an hour and a half. So that's kind of my take on it. But you guys, I'm sure you guys will have a whole lot to say about Miss Beyonce. She's a beautiful girl. She's done everything right in her life. You cannot hate on it. So it's just like, whatever. But this is really gonna be the last Beyonce post for real, you guys, I promise. And just to put a little bit of negativity out there, because you guys, it wouldn't be a gossip post if it wasn't. You guys know that Beyonce's daddy, the person that she spoke about in her documentary, and as well as when she spoke with Oprah and their strained relationship, he had a outside relationship with another woman. I don't even really know if he was actively married to Tina Knowles, but I believe that they were married legally but separated, or in and out, whatever that was. But anyway, he was with this other girl. She probably is about the same age as Beyonce from what I can understand, and they have a baby together. The little boy's name is Nixon. I think he's like 2 years old. Besides the fact that they're going through custody, child support, court, and all of that stuff, news comes out that Beyonce does not want to meet her little brother. I can't say that I don't blame her. It's just like, people need time to get coming to terms with reality and things that have happened in their life, good, bad, or indifferent. So yeah, I don't really see why that's such a big deal. It's too bad that kids have to suffer the consequences that their parents, the bad decisions that their parents make. Well, it may or may not be a bad decision. I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying that it's a whole lot of dynamics when it comes to children, stepchildren, half brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers breaking up and moving on, and, the new woman, and, all of that. So, yeah, I don't really think I blame Beyonce. Hopefully she'll be able to work it out somewhere in her life that she, is able to accept that kid. But if she doesn't, then that's fine too, because that's her life, and who cares? Anyway, y'all, that's it on Beyonce. That's it on Beyonce. A couple of weeks ago, Lil Wayne was at a basketball game that was being played between Miami Heat and the LA Lakers. Evidently, Lil Wayne is a big Los Angeles Lakers fan. Okay, can't hate on that. I love the Lakers too, even though they suck this season. Evidently, I've heard quite a few different stories. First, they said that Lil Wayne got into an argument with some of the fans in the arena, and that he did like a shoot and gun motion at the person, and he was escorted out of the game. He was all on Twitter saying that he was thrown out of the game, out of the Miami Heat game, because he was cheering for the Los Angeles Lakers. I always thought that story was strange, because you're at a basketball game, it's a competition, there are fans for one team and there are fans for another team, and you know, some of us are more strenuous fans, and you know, I'm sure it's always a whole bunch of shit talking and people, you know, really believing in their team and, you know, cheering them on, getting into it with other people and all of that. So I'm thinking that it has to be really extreme for something like that to even happen. I can't even imagine Lil Wayne being put out of a game. So to me, from the beginning, I thought it was strange. Lil Wayne stuck to his guns and said, yeah, I was put out of the game because I was cheering for the Lakers and not Miami. Then he came out and said that he was banned from all NBA games. Okay, and when it was like All-Star Weekend in Houston last weekend, evidently he was at some club, and I think it's safe to say that Lil Wayne had been sipping on some scissor, and he got on the mic and he was just like, he's been banned from the NBA games, he can't go to any of the games anymore, you know, fuck the NBA, fuck the commission, fuck the Miami Heat. He goes through the whole roster of the Miami Heat, okay, and really the biggest names, of course, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. And speaking of Chris Bosh, who is always the eternal loser, even when he wins, Chris Bosh's wife evidently used to be some big time like video hoe girl out here in Atlanta. And I guess, you know, she used to kind of make the rounds or whatever. And she evidently slept with Lil Tunichi. Is that what they call him? Tunichi? Tunchi, right? See, I'm just gonna stick with Lil Wayne, trying to be, you know, young, coming up with the names. Anyway, I guess he and Adrienne Bosch used to kind of mess around when she was a video girl out here in Atlanta, and there was even some word about, you know, Adrienne Bosch kind of scamming him and telling him, you know, when they were dating, that she had cancer and that she needed money for cancer treatments, both of which she did not have nor need, but he gave her the money and then she disappeared off the face of the earth. And, you know, I guess Lil Wayne, he didn't make too much of it back in the day because, you know, like he said, he charged it to the game, you know, shit, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose when you be playing with these hoes, okay? And you guys all know hoes be winning, so that was a clear indication that the hoe had won. Fast forward to now, and he's going off and he's saying fuck everybody. While he's leading this chant in this club, he also says that he fucked Chris Bosh's wife. And he just kind of, you know, I think that he probably was a little bit too far gone into what he was trying to do. And he probably said some shit that he regretted. Sure enough, he comes out a couple of days ago and he was just like, listen, I said everything that I meant. Yeah, I do mean fuck everybody except for who do you think? That's right, you guys, LeBron James. When I heard that he said fuck LeBron James, I was like, oh honey, that was the wrong one to say fuck. You guys know that LeBron James, he owns the NBA right now. So why would you say that? Why would you align yourself with something quite as stupid as saying something like fuck LeBron James? So yeah, he backpedaled now. He's saying, yeah, fuck everybody except for LeBron James. I think LeBron James knows that usually when you are drunk, you speak a sober mind. And I don't know if LeBron James and Lil Wayne are going to be able to repair whatever kind of relationship that they had already. So yeah, it's just crazy. NBA said that they did never ban him. You know, they don't really know what he's talking about. This is really kind of all for publicity. Even LeBron James tweeted some kind of, you know, he was subtweeting saying how, you know, every now and then somebody that's cold comes along and tries to cool out the person that's hot, and, you know, don't worry about it, don't look back, you know, whatever it was, basically saying that Lil Wayne is falling off and that he's just trying to ride LeBron James' coattails. Whatever the case is, I think that Lil Wayne needs to back up off the scissor. Calm your ass down, Lil Tunchi, and, you know, just relax. Oh, I gotta tell you guys also that, speaking of Lil Wayne, did you guys ever want to know how to make love to a Martian? Because Corinne Steffens, let me tell you, she has written a book that is on sale on Amazon letting you know just how to do that. And the Martian, I'm believing, would be Lil Wayne. Evidently, Lil Wayne has left some sort of large stamp on Corinne Steffens' heart. And this child can't seem to get this boy out of her system. So yeah, she done wrote a book, y'all. If y'all want to know how to make love to Lil Wayne, I mean, that is a thought that ain't never ever. Let me tell you, I got a vivid ass imagination. That shit ain't never even crawled across the mind. I ain't never ever thought about trying to sleep with Lil Wayne. Anyway, you guys, the book is on Amazon and it is for sale. If you want to know how to make love to a Martian, go on and get it now. Alright, you guys, I've been ignoring this story that's been going on for the last few weeks because, you guys, I love Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige is somebody who I bumped back in the day hard. All the shit that Mary J. Blige has been through, I respect everything that she has been through, all that she's achieved. I just like Mary J. Blige. So the story is kind of making me feel bad when I found out that Mary J. Blige might be having some financial troubles. I didn't think much of it at first. I was just like, man, she got some people that's really not taking care of her bills. And, you know, maybe she needs to just get a handle on that. First, it came out that she had like a $250,000 loan that she defaulted on. It had something to do with one of her foundations. You guys know how things get with the foundations, and, you know, you start it and then it's not going anymore, and now you got this money. Okay, so that was the first thing. Then they said that she had a $2 million personal loan out for another bank that she defaulted on. And that kind of just raised my eyebrows like, okay, Mary, I'm gonna need you to tighten up on that team. And then it came out that it was a second personal loan, both for $2 million, that she also defaulted on. So now we up to about $4,250,000. Okay, and I was like, yeah, something is going on here. Lastly, the last thing that I've heard is that she was slapped with an eviction notice. I guess she has an apartment in Upper Manhattan. Am I saying that right? Or is it just Manhattan? Wherever it is, but she's got an apartment that she pays like $9,000 to $12,000 a month. And she hasn't paid her rent since November, and so they are evicting her now. I'm sure she's probably got properties other places and things like that, but just all of this happening at one time is really starting to make me worry that something is going on with Mary J. Blige, you guys. Mary's last few CDs have not been good, and I think that Burger King fiasco really did kind of set her back, which is really sad and stupid that it did, because it wasn't even that big a deal. And all of these other people that did that same type of commercial did not get the flack that she got. I think sometimes we kind of be our worst enemy. You know, we all kind of made, myself included, we all kind of made fun of it, even though to me it was not that big deal. Like, I didn't look at Mary no differently because she was singing about chicken on top of a table at the Burger King. I got a sense of humor, you guys, so it was fine with me. But yeah, that didn't really help her. And then there's been kind of like some talk about maybe she kind of fell off the wagon and had been drinking again, because she made a statement saying that the Whitney Houston death really made her realize that she needs to sober up. And I was like, I thought the child had already sobered up. So, you know, maybe she had been having some personal problems. I don't really know. I just hate that that's happening to her, if it really is indeed happening. They're saying that the reason why she might be having money issues is because she's getting hit with all of these copyright lawsuits, and they are really bleeding her dry. And you guys know her first couple of albums. She has quite a few samples in her songs. I mean, those samples are what made her songs. So I'm wondering if, you know, they didn't really get clearance on using them. Sad if it is, because man, I'm telling you, that is a lot of money to be made off of those copyright samples. You know, if they didn't ask for them, those people are really about to get paid. So I feel sorry for Mary. You guys, let's hope and pray that it's not true. Let's hope and pray that Mary J. Blige is doing okay. Alright, for you big TLC fans out there, they are going to be coming out with a huge movie. And, you know, the big talk has been about who was going to play who in the movie. So they have finally finalized exactly who is going to play who in the movie, and this is who it will be. Playing T-Boz, it is a girl named Drew Sidora. I have to say that I don't know who that is. And, you know, they said that she was on the game, so, but I still don't think, Oh, is that the girl that played Homeboy's baby mama? I don't know who that is. Chili will be played by Keke Palmer, and Lil Mama and her lip gloss that is popping will be playing Left Eye. And I think that's going to be fine, you guys. I think they're all going to do well in the movie. I guess there's been a lot of talk and flack about them not looking like the character that they're going to be playing, and you know, all of this and that and the other. Keke Palmer went onto Twitter and kind of went into a rant and saying how it doesn't matter really how they look, it's how they act, and you know, if they can pull off the role, and you know, people need to be supportive and not be worried about it. Yeah, and I agree. To an extent, yeah, and I think they all look close enough. The Drew Sidor girl, when I look at her, I'm not real sure that she looks really too much like T-Boz, but you know, makeup, hair, you guys will be surprised at how much you can look different if you just get that makeup and that hair right. So I was a little concerned about Keke Palmer maybe being too old to play Chili, you know, like a young Chili, but then again, Keke Palmer can look young. Okay, I think that they'll be fine. You guys relax. I don't really know who's really asking for a TLC movie, but okay, I guess so. I mean, no girls did have a big enough story. Maybe it will be something interesting, but just in case you guys really wanted to know, yeah, it is going down. TLC, I believe it's called Crazy Sexy Cool the Movie or something like that. I was like, y'all really went out on a stretch with that name, huh? Yes, Clive Davis said, fuck it. I'm 110 years old. You know what? I might as well get my ass on up out this closet and let it be known that I am bisexual. Yes, Clive Davis has a new memoir out, and in his book, in the last 5 pages of his book, he explains that he, you know, even after 2 failed marriages, and, you know, his children and his grandchildren, and you know, all the different women relationships that he's had, he is now ready and willing to let you guys all know that he is bisexual, and that for some time now he has been in a man-on-man relationship with L.A. Reid. I'll tell you, I crack myself up sometime. It ain't L.A. Reid, y'all. Alright. Y'all know y'all wondering about L.A. Reid. No, he's not in a relationship with L.A. Reid, but he is in a relationship with another man. He said that after he had his second divorce, that he, you know, opened up himself to another guy, and, you know, he was willing to see if he could, you know, be in a relationship with another man, and he was able to. So, yeah, he says, you know, he's not willing to define himself any other way. He likes women, he likes men, you know, it's just whoever he loves. So, good for Clive Davis. I'm figuring like, what the fuck? I mean, don't nobody really care at this point. The man is, I think they said he's gonna be 80 or something like that. So I was just like, man, please. Ain't nobody really care who you fucking? Oh yeah. Hey, if you guys was trying to find out about Clive Davis's life, and actually I think he will have a very interesting story to tell, because you guys, he was really involved in quite a few people who really did make it in the music industry. He was involved in the shaping of their career. So this is a man that has done a lot for a lot of people. So I think that his story is one that would be very interesting to tell. So yeah, My Life as a Soundtrack, that's the name of the book. It will be out. If it's not out already, you guys get it and read up. Find out everything you want to know about Clive. Y'all, 2 Chainz look like Norbit. That's all I want to say. Oh, I got to call in my order, you guys. I'm getting me some sushi. It's $1 today. So when I finish making my video, it'll be ready. Hi, I wanted to place an order for pickup. Off the dollar sushi menu. I want to order 2 orders of the California roll, 2 orders of the spicy tuna roll, and then can I have an order of a miso soup and an edamame? That's it. Okay, thanks. Alright, bye. She said $10.59, come pick up in 15 minutes, okay? Thank you for your order. I know, that's wrong, y'all. I want to order that because when I finish this video, I can just go right on in there and pick it up. I'm in the parking lot at the damn sushi place, if anybody wants to know. Anyway, reality talk. Alright, you guys, so let's talk about Love and Hip Hop, the whole franchise. First of all, Love and Hip Hop New York. I haven't been watching it. Somebody did tell me that it's been getting good. Okay, good for Love and Hip Hop New York, but that is something I feel like I am not missing in my life. Erica Mena, they're saying that she was kicked off of the show. Yeah, I guess they say, now this is all rumors, so, and it ain't even a rumor that I've heard like a whole lot, so I don't really know, but they're saying, there's some journalists that's saying that Mona Scott Young got sick of Erica Mena's antics and all the shit that she been doing, and that they done gave her the boot. Okay, so I guess the latest antics, you guys know, I told you guys about the nail fight, the nail salon fight that she had a couple of weeks ago. Now they're saying that she was in a bar, and that supposedly on Instagram she put all these pictures out saying that she was pregnant. And I, of course, because you guys know Twitter is the devil, okay, Twitter took off and was just like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant, blah, 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 blah. Well, Rich Dollars, who was in a whole nother place, I believe he was in Houston, this is like during the All-Star weekend, he was just like, I don't know nothing about that, so I guess I need to talk to her. Like, when did she get pregnant? And then, of course, after all that came out, you know, she's kind of like, I was just, you know, laughing my ass off, and oh, you guys all assuming, and if you assume you make an ass out of you. And I was like, no, baby, the saying is, you assume you make an ass out of you and me. See, you be fucking up the damn saying. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. I don't even really care, really, if Erica is or is not pregnant. I feel sorry for the baby if she is. And I really hope she gets her shit together. And, you know, quit fucking popping mollies and everything. Because that girl is off the chain in a real bad kind of way. But enough about Love and Hip Hop New York, you guys. Love and Hip Hop ATL. Okay, they ain't even on damn TV, and they still be having drama like every week. Okay, so I got to talk about my girl K Michelle. Guys, K Michelle is the most she's the most unfiltered person that is really in the limelight right now, and I just sometimes don't know whether or not to really appreciate that fact or really just like cringe every time I hear different stories about her. So the latest thing is, you guys, she was on the Breakfast Club, I believe it was, and she was talking about you know, her relationship with this J.R. Smith guy, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So first of all, she's talking about her new album that's coming out, and how basically the whole album is about her relationship with J.R. Smith. Okay, so she done became the black Taylor Swift. She said that he played her, and you know, we all saw it in Twitter when he put all that shit up talking about they weren't together, when just a couple of days before, you know, we saw that they were together. She said she was open, and you know, she had really opened herself up to him, and he took advantage of it. So that's very unfortunate. But you know, hey, I'm telling you, some of the best albums is made from heartbreak. So I'm really okay with that. I'm sorry she had to suffer, but you know, she'll land on her feet or on her ass. That ass is big enough to land on, let me tell you. Also in this interview, she's talking about Mimi's man, and she says that she thinks that Mimi's new man, I think his name is Nico or something like that, she believes that he's down low gay. And you know, she's entitled to her opinion and everything, but yeah, certain things maybe you should just not say. I'm sure it was funny and they got a little giggle out of it, but it was just like, damn, that was kind of like a punch at Mimi, and I don't even know if Mimi did anything to you. They are saying that K Michelle and the guy got into some kind of confrontation at some studio, I guess because the guy sings, and I don't know if K Michelle was there, and you know, they started bumping heads some kind of way, and I think they said that K Michelle felt like Mimi should have jumped in, and Mimi kind of stayed out of it. Well, you guys know that Mimi is very non-confrontational and doesn't really like to be in stuff like that anyway. So yeah, she goes on the Breakfast Club, or I don't know if I'm saying the right radio station, morning show, but whatever it was, she was on there, she said some things, and it got back to Mimi. So I guess K Michelle had a performance at a BB King nightclub somewhere, and Mimi went. And when Mimi was there, I believe the cameras were probably rolling at this point, but Mimi went and said something to K Michelle, like, you know, she didn't appreciate the fact that she said that her man was down low. I don't even know if I think the man is down low. I just kind of think that it's real mighty convenient that he done showed up out the blue and he all in love with Mimi after 2 months. And yeah, you know, oh, by the way, I'm a struggling singer who's trying to get my career off the ground, and you happen to be on a very successful TV show that I can be a part of. I'm kind of leery about him. But anyway, Mimi was like, it's not cool. They got into an argument, and they say that K Michelle bust that bitch in the face with a bouquet of roses. I'm telling you, that shit is funny to me. But it's unfortunate that these things keep happening to Mimi, because I'm all for being mature. You know, Mimi came out and said, yeah, it did happen, but it was pointless for me to fight K Michelle. And, you know, basically I'm too above all of this to really lower myself and be fighting somebody. But I'm kind of tired of that response from Mimi. Okay, it's starting to get to the point where people feel like they can disrespect her that way because they know she's not going to do anything. And at some point, you have got to, you know, say something. It was the same with Joseline when she was in Houston for All-Star Weekend. She tweets how she's with Stevie J and she's winning, and you know how, you know, where's Mimi, or Mimi's losing, or whatever, something like that. And Mimi had the same kind of response. Oh, it's funny how you're always thinking about me. I was like, bitch, I'm gonna need you to have a fucking better comeback than that, okay? I'm not always saying that you have to resort to violence, but you have to be able to, you have to take up for yourself. You have to let people know that they cannot treat you this kind of way. I'm over the mature response. Okay, it's time to fucking get ratchet. Okay, you might get your ass beat, but at some point, yeah, you gonna have to take a stand. Yeah, that's what's going on with Mimi and K Michelle and everything. I'm sure that this new season is gonna be really good. Also, you guys are saying that Lil Scrappy and Erica are on the outs. Okay, they're saying that they're just keeping up appearances for the show and that they really are not together any longer. I think I might be able to believe that because I know she was always posting a lot of pictures of them and everything on Instagram, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. You know, you don't really see them too much interacting too much anymore, just every now and then. I know that they did post a picture when they were, I think they were at some function for All-Star Weekend, but yeah, they're saying that they're not together anymore, which is unfortunate, but which is not surprising. They're saying that he is still involved with Bucky and her hair, and that's not surprising to me either, because he did like Bucky and her hair. He tried to do all of that on the reunion show and everything, and I was just like, all right, nigga, I'm whatever. So yeah, they're saying that he's still involved with Bucky and her hair. Erica was just finally, just like I told you guys she was gonna do eventually, now that she's making her own money and can afford her own life and her own self and her child, she's realizing that she don't need Scrappy, and she's probably moving on. She's a beautiful girl. She'll be able to land on her feet as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really think that relationship was one that was viable anyway, because, you know, she's always fussing at him like she was his mama, and, you know, he was always, you know, just, it wasn't a healthy relationship. Maybe both of them just need to just go on and start over. Then Real Housewives of Atlanta, last night when I was driving home from work, Candy was on the radio, and she was talking about her relationship with Todd, and just feeling like she needed to defend the fact that, you know, Todd is not a gold digger. He has his own money, and, you know, she's not taking care of him. You know, it's funny how people always think that if a woman has way more money than a man, that the man is a gold digger. But women do it all the time. They marry somebody who has more money than them, and that's just what it is. Just because she has more money than him, he does not mean that he doesn't have his own money. Okay, Todd was he was employed with Bravo, I believe, when they first met. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's stupid, and people are always gonna come up with something to say. She also was talking about the whole So Def 20-year reunion. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's a big deal here in Atlanta, but I don't really know if it's that big of a deal all over the place. But evidently they're having a 20-year reunion. This is the 20th anniversary. I'm sorry, not reunion, but 20th anniversary of So Def. And you guys know that Jermaine Dupri was responsible for a lot of different acts, okay? Crisscross, Bow Wow, Escape, what's the child? The Brat, and a bunch of other people that I'm sure I'm forgetting, but those are the main folks that I can remember. Candy decided that she didn't want to do anything with Escape, so Escape will not be a part of the reunion because they won't have the whole group. I had always heard that somebody in the group had said some shit about Candy, always fucking all of these different people, including Jermaine Dupri, and that she was the reason why the group broke up. I don't really know what it is that somebody said, but Candy was saying last night that the reason why she doesn't want to do it is because she feels like somebody in the group spread some rumors about her and that weren't true, that she, you know, she even apologized to Candy later on and said, I shouldn't have said what I said. However, you know how gossip and rumors spread like wildfire. Once the shit is out, it's out. Okay, so, you know, people are going to remember, just like me, that they said that Candy was the one that slept around and fucked all these people, when Candy said clearly it was not the case, not true. So she was just like, I just feel like that girl has something against me, and, you know, I'm just never going to, I just don't want to interact with them anymore. And I can't blame Candy. I wouldn't want to be with somebody like that either, even if it was for the sake of Jermaine Dupri's thing. Latasha, the girl that's going to be on the new R&B Diva, she was in an interview, and she was saying how she, you know, she feels like they should get together because they owe it to the fans and everything. But yeah, you don't really owe your fans anything, okay? After 20 fucking years, y'all owe nobody shit, okay? That shit, yeah, everything that you did, you left it back in 20 years ago. So yeah, it would be nice to see them put together. But I don't really think that any of us is really, I don't really want to hear from none of them. I can't even imagine fucking crisscross up there, some old grown ass men wearing their shit backwards and, you know, crisscross will make you. So that's the drama, and from the horse's mouth that Escape will not be a part of the anniversary and the reason why. So there you go. Basketball wise, Miami, you guys know that they're in full swing as well with taping. Actually, they're in London right now. I've been noticing on Instagram because Evelyn is part of Fashion Week out there, you guys. She has a line coming out. I was just like, y'all better do it, okay? Everybody got all kind of shit from these reality shows. Her line is called Vita Lux, and I don't really know what kind of clothes it is or whatever, but yeah, Evelyn's got a line evidently. I was looking at the pictures, and it's so funny because Stefan Marbury's wife, who's the newest member of the cast, she looks like Jennifer. If you guys look at the pictures, I was like, oh, Jennifer Williams is out there with them. And then, I mean, on like all of the pictures, I keep on thinking that it's Jennifer, but it's Stefan Marbury's wife, but she resembles Jennifer. Anyway, speaking of Stefan Marbury, you guys remember a long time ago I told you guys about he was having an affair with his chef. When the shit was about to come out, he was trying to keep it on the hush because it was at the same time, I think, that Isaiah Thomas's drama over the sexual harassment was coming out. He didn't really want all this to come out at the same time, so he told the girl that he was going to pay her off if she wouldn't say anything. I guess he promised her $900,000, you guys, and I guess there was paperwork involved and everything. I was like, fuck, that's the new type of hoe, okay? We're going to get that shit in writing. So she had him sign the paperwork, and you know, everything was going fine. He paid like $600,000, and I guess he decided he wasn't paying this shit no more. Fuck, $600,000 is better than nothing, baby. You ain't getting nothing else from me. Well, honey, homegirl went and took her paperwork to the court and was like, oh no, oh no, no, no. Now I know I was wrong having an affair and everything, but he signed his paperwork, said he was gonna give me $900,000 damn dollars, and I won't smother $300,000 damn dollars. Well, guess what? The judge saw it her way. So Mr. Marbury got to come on up off of $300,000 more damn dollars. So yeah, I guess we gonna put the big L on Stefan Marbury's. I can't never say his name right. Is it Stefan or Steven or whatever? Whatever it is, Mr. Marbury is losing big time. On top of all of that, he got another mistress that's been going back and forth with Miss Marbury from the Basketball Wives. What's her first name? Tasha Marbury. You already know, but the name Tasha is gonna be some shit with Tasha, honey. Tasha, I don't know one Tasha to take some bullshit, okay? So yeah, we're gonna see what Miss Marbury got to say to these mistresses. It's just gonna make her storyline thicker on Basketball Wives. I'm looking forward to the new season. Alright, y'all, fix go get my sushi. Ain't nothing like dollar sushi, y'all. Anyway, we do this every single week, okay? So you guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.